Happy Mindful Monday, everyone. I had to think of what day is this? Y'all, come on. Happy Mindful Monday, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about practicing non-judgment. What does that look like? Well, you know what? It's about that little voice that you got in your head. You know what I'm talking about? The one that says, ugh, this doesn't look right. Or, I'll never be good as so-and-so. Or, why can't I just get this perfect? Yeah, baby, that's the voice. That's that voice I'm talking about. We all got it. And it's like when you're creating something by hand, something that is really from your heart, that voice can be so loud. So loud. Let me tell you why. I feel like that voice comes to put pressure on us because we have the disease of comparisonitis. We like to compare ourselves to other people, and then we get a little shy about creating our things, being vulnerable enough to share our self-expression. But listen, that voice that can be so loud. You're not supposed to, you're not really supposed to silence that voice by fighting it, but you quiet it down by choosing non-judgment, right? So non-judgment simply means that you're allowing your creative process to just be what it is. You're not labeling it to be good or bad or right or wrong. So when you sit down to make something, especially jewelry, right? It's easy to flip into that self-criticism mode. But remember, our creativity is not supposed to be on the list of things to perfect because what? We talked about it last time. There's no such thing as perfection. But creativity is about, what did I say earlier? Expression, self-expression. So every time you wrap a wire or you choose a bead or you design a piece, you're learning, you're experimenting, you're evolving. And babe, that's the whole point. Seriously, it's like, let's give ourselves room. I always say, give your inner child room to play without rules. Real talk. Right? So, because, listen, when we judge our work too harshly, we cut off that beautiful flow of creativity even before it has a chance to really blossom. Right? We don't, yeah. We don't see the beauty in it at that time, or we're focused on the expectations, but let's not do that. Let's not do that. Because when you stay playful and in a curious space, that's where the magic happens. You're going to start discovering ideas that you didn't even plan, right? You're going to start creating things that surprise even you. And you actually start to enjoy the process again. Why? Because you took the expectations away. Because your art doesn't need to be good enough. It just needs to be yours. Right? We've all looked. Have you gone to I haven't been to the art museum for a while, but have you gone to the museum and seen that art that has just the dot in the middle of the canvas? I don't remember I feel like it's a red dot, but I'm not sure. But there's a dot in the middle, and everyone walks by with their own interpretations of what it means. And someone will devalue it and say, it's just a dot. But then someone says, but it represents minimalism. Everyone has their own interpretation, but it's not wrong. Right? They're connecting with something on the inside. And what if your work can do that for someone else? So think of it like that. Like, I'm going to express myself. And it doesn't matter the interpretation that someone else gets from it. This is who I am, and this is what my art has to say. I felt deeply about that. But I'm really serious about it. So here's a little exercise that I want you to try the next time that you create. Okay? I want you to get a sticky note, and I want you to write, I create without judgment. I want you to put this sticky note somewhere that you can see it, okay? And then as you work and you take the time to notice when and if that inner critic shows up, and maybe it'll say something like, that wire's crooked, or this isn't turning out how I want it. And that's when you take a deep breath and you say to yourself, it's okay. I'm just creating. No pressure, no rules, no right or wrong. And then you look at that sticky note and you remind yourself that you are creating without judgment. And by practicing non-judgment, you're going to open the door to freedom. And that freedom is going to let your creativity flow naturally. And your pieces will start to feel more authentic. And so will you. So the next time you sit down at your workplace, remember to give yourself permission to make something imperfect, something messy, something experimental, whatever you need to call it. Because every creation is a part of your story. And every step, even the goofy ones, are proof that you're growing as an artist. So you don't have to be perfect, sweetie. You just have to create. And with that, I'm going to sign off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be with us every Monday. At least all the Mondays in this series. And we're going to have our chat. But until then, my friends, happy creating. Love, Angela.